Hello and welcome in to the second ever Flight Crew episode here with the Flyover. We're very happy to be joined by three special guests today. I'm your host, Anthony Belomho, alongside my co-host, Lauren Moran. So guys, let's hear who you guys are.
Start us off. I'm Josh Mack, fifth year on the men's basketball team.
I am Sophie Glidden, a fifth year on the women's basketball team.
And I'm Emily Bramanti. I'm a fifth year on the women's basketball team as well.
Very nice. So what a coincidence, all fifth years. It's not like we planned that one. So let's just start it off here. Why did you guys decide to take a fifth year?
I think for us, me and Emily at least, it was a big thing with our team culture. We love playing for our coach and we love playing for our program, so it was a really easy decision for me.
Yeah, going along with that, I think I can also speak for Sophie. We love the game of basketball, and we just weren't ready for it to be over. We weren't ready for the
real world.
The real world, and plus we weren't ready for basketball to be over, but playing wise. So I think that was a huge piece for us.
Well, it definitely wasn't the food at the Commons, I'll tell you that.
No?
Not at all. But biggest reason for me is I don't know what's going to happen with basketball after college, so I just want to embrace the opportunity that I have right now.
How did it go over with your coaches? Did you have to ask to do a fifth year, or was it kind of just an understood thing that you were going to do a fifth year? How'd you guys go about that?
It was more, I'll see you on my fifth year.
For us, I think it was just something that was put out to the whole team once we found out because of COVID we could have a fifth year. She basically just said, anyone who's interested, just come meet with us. And then from there, it was kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah, definitely. We talked about it in the spring before our senior year. And then we got phone calls over the summer. And then it was like, are you in? Like, do you want to do it? And we were like, definitely. And then I think after I hung out with my coach, the first call I made was to Sophie, and it was like, we're doing this. Like, we're in this together.
Did Division I play a factor in your decision at all?
For me, it didn't, because by the time I made my decision, I don't even think D1 was in the question or even in the rumor mill. I think they only started talking about it last year, halfway through or near the end of the season. So, I mean, obviously, like, going up a level is a huge blessing, and just shows like I did make the right decision. But I mean, I think I would have went fifth year regardless.
Yeah, definitely agree with that. That my decision was already made, and then when we moved up, it was just like it's another new, fun, exciting experience that I get to do with my teammates, my coaches, and just something new.
Yeah, what they said.
So how's preseason going? I know you guys just had you women just had your first official practice. Like, how's preseason as a D1 athlete? Just take us through what that was like.
Well, I don't think it was too different from being a D2 athlete. I think you get a little more gym time. I started practice a little bit earlier, but it's the same thing. Like, hoops is hoops, weights is weights.
And conditioning is conditioning.
Running is running.
Yeah.
Sadly. Now, obviously, there's such an age gap between, you being a 22, 23-year-old fifth year versus like an 18-year-old freshman. How do you make those connections with such young freshmen when you've been here for so many years?
I feel like it hasn't been that challenging for us. Like, our freshmen are awesome and we love them. And it's also something that, like, we've all been freshmen and we've all been in their shoes. So it's like that similar common, like, experience that you have with people that just kind of connects you automatically.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously you already have the connection of basketball, but like the freshmen right now are the ones that we hang out with the most. I'd say we're watching movies every night, like, and it's just nice because we get to show them the ropes. Like Sophie said, like, we've been through this. Now this is our fifth time going through this, so it's good to just kind of take them under our wing a little bit and just show them what Stonehill women's basketball is about.
Yeah, for us, both the freshmen that we had coming in, they both came on a visit, so we already knew what kind of people they were, and we actually was like in the coach's ear saying, these would be good fits for the team. So that was a really smooth transition. But I think also in college hoops, I don't think it's uncommon to have like a grad transfer, like a 6-year senior who's like 23 or 24. Nobody really thinks of that. It's just more of like kind of big brother, little brother type of thing. So that's kind of how I embrace the relationships.
I mean, if Tom Brady can do it at 40 years, you guys can probably do it.
Definitely.
Going off that Does leadership take a new meaning to you guys now that you're 50 years to those freshmen, a couple years older?
I wouldn't say it takes a new meaning. It's just more of being consistent and maybe just expanding it, because I guess you're in like second or third time around the block being a leader or being an upperclassman. So I say maybe some expectations are a little bit higher, but at the end of the day, like you're still a part of the team.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. I think, like he said, it's not really like a huge change. It's just like you've done this before, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, now 5th time. So the expectations are a little higher on you, and things are expected of you that aren't expected of the freshmen. But I think that Sophie is a co-captain with me, and we have Mia Kelly, who's a senior this year, who's a great addition to like our captain's role here. But all these upperclassmen on our team are great leaders to help show. So it's not just the 3 captains or whoever, it's everybody, including the seniors, Maddie, who's a transfer, and Cam and Jada, who are the juniors too, are a whole big piece of that. So it's just not us two.
I think it's interesting too, because at least for me, I feel like I'm a lot closer to the coaches now that this is my 5th year. Like I feel like in your senior year, you get really close with your coach. And so like it's kind of more of like a conversation now. It's less of like, oh, you do this. Like we're very much more involved in that process, I feel like.
So how are our bodies feeling after preseason now that you're much older?
What body?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Definitely legs get a little heavier. And after practice, don't want to move. Just want to lay in bed.
WD-40.
Yeah, all that
The
good
ice
stuff.
baths are calling my name every day. So spend a lot of time there.
Actually look forward to stretching every night.
Yeah.
That just makes my night.
Well, next week, when it comes out, Skyhawk Madness is coming up. So take us through, if you can divulge any information, can you guys take us into what you guys are going to be doing for Skyhawk Madness? Or
Well, for those of you that were here last year, Emily's rip-off pants might be making a comeback.
I don't think she'll do me, but I'll let her give him a whirl.
Well, I will say the song choice that I have, it contains my last name, so do what you want with that information.
Maybe we'll have to do a little guessing in the comments here.
yeah. If you want to put down below what song they think they're going to do.
Yeah.
Fran, I think it's going to be Louis Capaldi.
Yeah, I think I was going more for Adele, actually.
Yeah.
No, mine will feature the Queen, so take that as you will.
So kind of transitioning to some more fun stuff. What's some of your favorite memories since you guys have been here and part of the team?
Yeah, I can start us off with this one. My favorite memory is my sophomore year. We won the NE10 championship. So we're playing St. A's at home, and we had won one and lost one against them. No, they beat us twice.
Mm-hmm.
Beat us twice in that season. And so, right, we talk a lot about in basketball. It's really hard to beat a team 3 times in a row, right? You get used to their tendencies and stuff. So games at home, and we're all fired up. We end up beating them by 20 points. So, right, that's just like the icing on the cake. But there's this great video of when we're winning and the clock's winding down, and I just drop the ball and I sprint over and I just jump into Sophie's arms, and it's just like
a rom-com.
Yeah, like pretty much.
Slow motion.
Yeah. I can send you the video so you can like put it in. I think even now, looking back at that 3 years later, right, I've played another year of college basketball since then, but that still is like such a distinct memory, and like how much we've grown since then and how much we're going to grow again in this year. It's just like, I watch that video all the time, and it's just like, that was like such a great moment for the two of us, and obviously our team, but just that video.
That's so sweet.
I know. I have a heart.
Friendship
I know.
goals.
It's because I'm there.
Yeah.
That's definitely my favorite, but a very close second was when Kayla Raymond scored her 1,000th point last season. That was amazing and just like such a fun moment, because it's like just shows like the power of like team, and just like everyone was so happy for her.
Now Santoro back inside for Kayla. 1,001 points. 33 players in Stonehill history have scored 1,000 or more. Kayla Raymond is player number 33.
We also beat St. A's that game too on a
Yes.
buzzer beater. So
Yeah, so that was another good
Throw
Throw
one.
that one in.
Yeah.
it's a good thing they don't have to play us again.
Yeah, mine is also sophomore year. So this is playoffs, semifinals, NE10. And we played New Haven, that triple overtime game. And I remember in the shoot around before the senior then Brandon Twitty, we was talking like, yo, this game is gonna be a movie. And obviously what happened, triple overtime. And so, before going in the third overtime when Sims hits his, Sports Center top 10 shot, we're in the huddle and Coach Krause, drawing up the play. And Twitty, threw the pass. He said, Twitty, I just want you to kind of like shoot at the rim. And I kid you not, everybody looked at each other like, what is he talking about? So like, hey man, like let's just go with it. So, line up, the rest. Sims comes around, Twitty throws it over there. Sims, I don't know how it gets to his hand, throws it in, crowd erupts.
They throw it up. Tip got it! Oh my goodness! Are you kidding me?
And that was just, being in that environment, that was probably the best basketball game I've played in ever.
Yeah, I'd say that's one of the best ones to watch. And then in the film, if you zoom in way in the
Yeah,
back,
I remember this.
I'm jumping up midair, and Sophie decides that's the time, like pump me up, right?
Wait, I know what you're talking
She
about.
goes full
Flying.
Pushes me, and I just like fall right in the ground.
And you
and
see me
I'm-
run after her. Oh my
and
God,
I'm
so
like,
sorry.
yeah, but I think that was
Hit
definitely
the gym, dude. Hit
Yeah,
the gym.
seriously. Like, just try to be like
Thank God
me
that was
more.
3 years ago.
So, what is your goals beyond this season?
I can start. So I definitely want to keep basketball in my realm. So I think I'm going to try and get a grad assistant job somewhere and get my master's and coach basketball and kind of see if I like that. But if that doesn't work out, or if I just find I'm not enjoying myself, which I don't think I will, I'm a crim degree. So I think I'm going to try and do something federally with that degree. So wherever that takes me, but I'm excited. Obviously going to enjoy this last year because it's kind of sad. It's our last go around here. And
Try not to think about it.
yeah, I know. Me too. Me too.
In the back of the mind.
Yeah.
For me, I want to do an accelerated nursing program and then be a pediatric nurse.
Ayo.
Yeah.
She's got the brains. I
She's
got
got
the
it
beauty.
all. Yeah. One full package together, and J-Mac is just everything.
Yeah, everything more. For me, big finance guy, so had a nice little internship over the summer with a lovely company down in Richmond. I think it went well, so we'll see where that goes afterwards.
Job offer.
I think there was some pretty good Instagram pics. From that. I think I saw those.
So, do you have any advice for anyone who's currently fighting with the decision to stay for a fifth year or to not? How do you kind of cope with that big decision?
I feel like it really just comes down to the idea of just playing another year. And for me, it wasn't a hard decision at all because I was like, if I can stay another year, why wouldn't I? It's been so fun the past 4 years. So if I can get an opportunity to do it for a fifth year, why not?
I mean, yeah, same. You already done it, 3-4 years. Get another go around because who knows what you're gonna do with your sport after college. You could, God forbid, hurt something, or even, life happens and you just can't play the sport you love as much or at all anymore. So just take the opportunity while it's there.
Yeah, everyone says this, right? College is the best 4 years of your life, but for us,
5 for
yeah,
us.
now we get 5, right? So, it really is the best 4 or 5 years of your life, and it was such an easy decision, I think, for all of us. That was if we have this opportunity, we want to stay, and so I guess it just comes down to what Sophie said, if you want to play, and that's just gonna take you where you want to go.
How are we feeling about the season coming up? I mean, first game is creeping around the corner. Have you guys talked about, any game strategy yet, or just how you're going to attack kicking off D1 for Stonehill basketball?
Yeah, give us all the plays.
Yeah. You going to run 4 again? Or?
I think for us, it's just keeping it what we're used to doing. Like at Division II, we were very successful, and I think it's just keeping that same mindset and just trying to transfer it over to the higher level.
Yeah, for us, I'm making a few tweaks here and there, just because it's a little more size and athleticism. But the main bulk of our stuff is kind of what we've been doing the past 4 or 5 years. It's just doing that at a more consistent level and doing that at a higher level. So how's your 5th year been going so far?
Amazing.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Preseason, honestly, wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
I
it
mean,
was
granted,
good.
I can't do everything because I'm coming back from an injury, but
Yeah.
at least for me, I don't think it's been that bad.
Yeah. No, it was good, and definitely just good, like, team bonding, creating that culture, and just like, you know, those 7 a.m. lifts really get you. Like, there's nothing else you can do, like, besides like
Make the
getting
best of
after it at 7 in the
Trust
morning.
me, I know I live with your team and I hear the
Yeah.
alarm every morning.
Yeah. It's really just getting after it at 7 in the morning. It's just what kind of creates those bonds. And I can say that, like, this team of 11 we have here is like the closest team I've been a part of here. And I think that's going to take us really in the right direction. And I'm really excited for the season to get going. How's your 5th year?
I'm having an absolute blast with my brothers over there, and just excited overall for this last year. You know, like it's the best version of myself being put out there.
Oh, that's so wholesome.
Well, we thank you guys for joining us here on the first in-person episode of the Flight Crew, finally in person after being on Zoom. We know you guys are going to do great things this season and lead our basketball teams to great success here in D1. So for Anthony Belomo and Laura Moran, we're signing off.